Hello, welcome back to the boat. Today, Thursday the 27th of January 2022. I'm sitting on the new dinette. Although there's no cushions on here yet, I am actually sat here enjoying the dinette. So today I'd like to make a start on the log burner, but how far exactly I'll get I don't know, because I need to get the new log burner out of the car, check it out. I think there's a couple of other pieces I still need to buy for it yet before I can fit it, and that's what's going to hold me up, I think. The fact that there's a couple of bits I'm still waiting for anyway. I still need to buy and wait for them. I have got to clear some wood out, so let's make a start clearing a space, and we see how far we get. Okay guys, nice to have you along, by the way. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up. And also, if you feel you need to, then comment down below. I do love your comments, whether it's praise or criticism. Please comment down below. I'm thick-skinned, I can take it. And also, if you're new here, then please consider subscribing. I hope that I earn your subscription, and welcome along. Okay, let's get into it. Log burner's going here next to the unit somewhere. The hole is in the roof there. I would like to have the flue going straight up without a bend in it. If I use that flue there, then there's going to have to be a bit of a kink in the pipe, which just makes life hard really. I think I'm going to have to kink the pipe at some point to go up against the side of the gunnels, because they come up at a bit of an angle. So, but we shall see. Anyway, all this junk here, well, it's not junk, it's wood, it's offcuts. All these offcuts have got to be moved. The big stuff I'm going to put under the tug deck for now. The rest of it I'll find somewhere else around the garage or something like that. So, okay, see how we get on. Oh, just give me a minute to get my breath back. Oh, that was heavy lifting that in. Cute little thing, isn't it? So that's my new log burner. It's not bad. I quite like it. Should we take a closer look? So there's an oven that sits on top here, on top of that steel plate, and it's a cute little oven, cute little burner. There's a little cap on there for the chimney, pair of gloves as well, which is nice. Fitting instructions and bits and bobs, but it's only a little tiny thing. Look, I can't get it out. So get that out. Gosh, can't get that out. Yeah, that's out. And then there's an ashtray there as well. Look. And that's all hidden. The ashtray and everything is hidden by the door. And then you've got an air vent in the door, and also an air vent in the top there as well. Look. So if you're burning coal, you have the air vent at the bottom open. If you're burning wood, you have the air vent at the top open, apparently. But we shall find out. So let me put you back on the stand and we'll have a little play with what we've got, because I've got a fire surround as well. So if you just hang on there a second, put you back on the tripod. Right. So we also have this, if I can get it out. So this is a heat shield. Put that down for a second. Keep the instructions out of the bag. Got to keep the instructions. And I believe the heat shield kind of fits around it somehow, or this fits inside it one way or another. I'm not sure exactly how, but I'm sure I'll work it out at some point. By the look of it, I'd say this lifts up a little bit and it goes in like this. somehow. And I need to read up on it, but I think once the heat shield's in place, I don't need to have all the fire suppressant stuff on the side of the boat, because the heat shield does all that for you, keeps the heat away from the boat. So let's have a look at what other stuff we have in the pack as well. Let's have a look what else I bought. Okay, so we have a warming shelf. So this fits onto the side of the log burner, and I suppose it's designed to keep pots warm and your kettle warm and all that sort of stuff. So, and I've got this one to fit on the left hand side. More instructions, look, little fitting kit as well. And that's just a little shelf that bolts on, connects onto the bottom of the fire somehow like this, and that will yeah, just bolts next to the fire to keep stuff warm, I suppose. Right, so that's a left hand warming shelf. Put them back in with the instructions. Right. Let's see what else we have now. What's this one? Starter flue pipe. So because there's a heat shield on the back of the log burner, you need this little extension pipe to get the flue out. So above to get the flue out above the heat shield, basically. So that's that. What do we have here? Marine hearth assembly. So this is what I wanted to be able to fit it to the narrowboat. It's designed for this. This is basically designed for narrowboats. Well, for the boats as well, I presume. But it's perfectly designed, specifically designed for the boat safety certificate. Oh, I can't speak again today. So the log burner sits in here, and this is like a scoop that collects any debris that falls out the front of the fire. So the log burner basically just sits on top of that. And then there's another piece here as well. I presume that fits maybe on the front. Not too sure, but we'll find out when we fit it. That little thing sits at the back, so that stops your fire sliding backwards, and your whole fire assembly sits inside this this tray. So that's what that's for. And last but not least, we have the fiddle rail assembly. Not much weight to this one. I believe this just goes round the top of the fire, and it's more decorative than anything else. Yeah, there's not much to this one. It's just a little stainless steel rail that sits around the top of the fire. Don't know whether you can see it there in the picture, but yeah, this just sits around the top of the fire, and it's just you could, when the oven's not on top of the fire, you can sit the like pots and pans on top, and it just stops them sliding off. Basically, just stops things sliding off the top of the top of the range. So that's your fiddle rail. So that's all I have at the moment. Getting the log burner inside the boat now. Let's just lift you up a little bit so you can see what I'm saying. Okay, now the log burner's inside the boat, there's another option to go with it, which is a log store which the fire sits on. So it's just like a stand basically, but you can store stuff underneath it. And also, because the fire is then up off the floor, you don't necessarily need heatproof stuff on the floor, because the stand acts as like your gap, and there's a big air gap of about, I don't know, 12 to 18 inches or something between the fire and the floor, which is more than enough. And then the stand that goes round the fire, the shield, that stops you getting any heat damage on the rest of the boat. So, and then once you've got that fitted and an insulated chimney, you don't need nothing else. So I don't think I'm going to need to fit any extra heat protection in the boat. As it is, it will just happily sit there now. So what I need to do now is I'm still waiting delivery on the oven, and also I need to go to the shop now and order the log stand. I think that's probably advantageous to have that, and then it means I don't have to purchase or make a hearth for it to sit on, because it'll be sat up in the air, and they're all designed to fit together, so it'll be a perfect fit, you know. So okay, all right, let's crack on and go for a trip to the shop. And I think I'm going to have a trip to Midland Chandlers as well to have a look at a double skin chimney and ask their advice on how to bend it, because I've never fitted a chimney before, and also I've never had to cut one or weld it or anything. I'm not sure what I need to do. So you might just buy a fitting kit and it comes with the fitting bits, and you adjust it and it's fine. I don't know, but we'll find out. And when I find out and when I fit it, you guys will find out too. Okay, all right, chat soon. Hey, back at the boat. Tuesday the 1st of February 2022. Not been here for a few days. I haven't been here since Thursday last week, I believe. Just got carried up with things at home. So anyway, I've been sent a few gifts. So these are what I've bought. So I bought a new muff for the camera, for the mic actually. Fed up of hearing wind noise when I put my mic on the front of the boat and talk to it when I'm doing my intros and my exit chats. And I bought a packet of Robertson's drill bits, or screwdriver bits. The Robertsons I had with the kit, that the pocket screw kit, it ripped the end, or it spun the end off the little square, so I bought a packet of 10, so that'll do. And then I must say thanks to my friend Chris. He sent me some plasters for cutting my finger, and also for Alpha. He sent me a few buy me a coffees, so I could buy a first aid kit, which I'm going to buy. I haven't yet, but I will. So thanks, guys. And also somebody's been kind enough to buy me some stuff off my Amazon wish list. So I've got some rollers, big old pack of rollers. That's going to come in very handy, because I need to paint all this and behind me as well. Something I was looking at actually, and I didn't realise I'd put them on my Amazon list, and I was looking at them over the weekend and they turned up the other day. So these are push button locks to lock your cupboards. So you see how this one flops open on its own. The little catch will stop it, and you press the button to open it and lock it and unlock it, and it's fabulous. So yeah, excellent. So I've got a box of those, and he's also bought me some pocket screws as well. So thank you very much, guys. You know who you are. Thank you very much indeed. Right, let's have a look at the fire. Right, what I want to do with the fire then, I want to build a box underneath. One, so it lifts the fire up in the air and I haven't got to kneel down so far to get to it to put coal and wood into it, and also so I can use the box underneath as storage, just to put fire lighters and stuff like that in it. So measure out on the floor, see where I'm going to put the box. I do fancy having the fire angled like that. However, I'm thinking now for the future, if I want to put something against this wall, so this box here, let's just move that out of the way for a second and move that for a second. If this box is a unit, so if I want to put something against this wall, like I don't know, a Welsh dresser or some sort of wall unit or whatever it is, TV stand, whatever, or even just a bookshelf, if I put this in here now, so from there to there is only about 4 or 5 foot, so that's not a big space anyway. So to maximise your space in the boat, I'm going to want to come fairly close to the fire. Look. And the trouble is, with the fire looking like that way round, I'm not happy. It looks okay when it's on its own, but then when you're stood here now with something like that, like if there's a unit here next to it, it just doesn't look right. It just doesn't look right. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it 90 degrees and have it level with the boat, and I think that's probably the best way to use it. So let me quickly turn you off for a second, turn it, and we'll come back on. I can't hold the camera and turn the fire at the same time, so just hold on a second. Okay, so if I have it that way round, I quite like that. And I can bring a unit right up to the edge here like this now. Right up to the edge like that. and that'll be fine. I can slot the unit so there's a good gap between the two. That's not an issue. And because there's a heat shield on it, I don't have to worry too much about heat proofing either side or the back. I am going to cut that board out of the back and tile it anyway, and put a bit of checkerboard, backer board on there or something just to be safe. But because it's got the heat shield on, I don't need to do any massive fireproofing. So yeah, that's the plan anyway. Whether it comes to fruition, we'll wait and see. But that's the plan. I have to do something about this. If I have a twin walled chimney that comes straight up, I don't have to do nothing about that. I can leave it. If I have a single walled chimney, then I'm going to have to do something about that wall, because the chimney will come up very close to that wall, as you can see. Obviously that will be about, I can't move it, so the chimney's going to come to about here. So that's close, you know. But as I say, if it's a double walled chimney, it doesn't matter. Single walled chimney, then it obviously will matter. Right, that's it's the thing now. And also, with having the fire there, if I'm cooking on the boat, that's lit, and I'm cooking here, because that's where the cooker is. That's going to be damn hot there, isn't it? That's going to be bloody hot there. You know what I mean? Woo! Okay, didn't show you any of this yet so far. This is just the rough groundwork. I've only got that in there as a spacer. Okay, right. So that's just the base, and and I'll build the cupboard around it, the drawers or whatever. What will happen is the two runners down the middle and the front piece here is where the drawer will sit. The drawer won't be on runners because with the boat moving and rocking from side to side, the drawer would just keep rolling in and out all the time, you know. So that's why I wanted these with the cushion stops, because they're quite hard to pull when you open them. You have to put a bit of force behind it to get it out. I think they'll still come out, but this one. So what we'll do is on these two pieces here, I will fit some plastic laminate tape, and then on the bottom of the drawer, in the corresponding location to these two, there will also be plastic laminate tape. The same sort of thing you do on the end of when you cut like a kitchen unit, you put a bit of tape on the end, or on the end of a bit of work surface. It's just like a plastic tape. I don't know what you call it. You heat it up and you iron it on or whatever, and that'll be the same thing. And then the two tapes will run together, so it'll be quite a friction fit, but you'll be able to move it, so it won't be too hard, but there'll be a bit of friction there to stop it sliding in and out. Right, now need to make the side pieces. No point in making a back, because nobody's going to see the back. You won't see it at all. Once I've got the board in there, the heatproof board, you won't see any of the back at all. You won't see none of it. So, right, plan. Let's think about cutting the sides. So what I'll do is I'll cut the sides and I'll cut a top. The sides and the top will just sit down, and then the drawer will slide in and out. There won't be the drawer won't be fixed to the top or the sides. I'm not going to cut a hole in it. I'm just going to have the whole front slide in and out. That should be fine. I think that should be okay. And then what I'm thinking of doing is on top of the drawer, then I have some work surface left, some of this. Gosh, you see the camera flicker then? I think the camera's on its way out. I think the camera's knackered. So anyway, back to this. I have some more work surface. I'm going to cut it to fit in here, and then that will sit on top of the drawers, and then the log burner will sit on top of that. Because I have the marine hearth that fits under the log burner, I don't need to have a heat-proof surface underneath the fire. And also, because I have the heat shield all the way, the heat shield that goes around the log burner, I don't really need to heat protect any of this at the side here, because the heat shield does it for you. So as long as you've got a proper air gap of I think it says 70 or 75 millimeters, as long as you've got the air gap between the sides of whatever it's near, then you're fine. So right, let's crack on. Sides and top. I'm thinking, actually, off the top of my head, I'm thinking to make the box more stable, I might fit a back anyway. I might cut a back piece just to keep it stable, stop it wobbling. Okay, stand by. Okay, got the sides made. It's not screwed together, but that's a very rough fit. So tomorrow I'm going to make the top. Well, I'm going to make the thin ply top to start with, and then I'll fit the bigger top on top. If that makes sense. Well, whatever. So I'll make a 12mm ply top for it, and then I will make the worktop top later, and then I'll use the template of the ply top. So I've got the ply here. It's the ply I've cut off the wall. Be absolutely fine. I won't worry too much about cleaning this up. All I'll do is, this will be the side here, that looks nice. That'll be the side that sits upwards, and this dirty side will sit down into the box. Nobody will see it. You won't look up under the box, will you? You know, so, and I don't see the point of using new ply when this is still perfectly fine. It's just a bit grubby, look. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. I'll use this side to show, and I'll cut that to size. It's almost at the size now. It's not far out, because I cut it out that wall, look, and it's the perfect size for the wall. So right, okay, that's Tuesday done. I've been here about 4 hours, and I've done a little bit of work, you know, not too bad. So I'm going to call it a day now and go home and get something to eat, have a shower, and then get ready to go to work. And I'll be back here tomorrow. So, okay guys, have a good one. See you in the morning. Well, I won't. I'll see you about lunchtime tomorrow, because I'm going to have a sleep. I'm going to go home from work, have a kip, and then I'll be back at the back at the boat about midday tomorrow. So, all right guys, have a great night. Speak to you later. Hello, Wednesday the 2nd of February. Let's get straight into it. Right, had a slight change of plan. I know I said earlier, or yesterday, that I was going to cut a small board and fit on top of this, and then cut some worktop and fit on top of that. But the trouble is, you'll see the small board underneath the worktop, won't you? So if I cut it to fit inside, that wouldn't be so bad, and I could have it fitted inside. But I don't really see the point of making extra work, so I might still cut the board just to use it as a template to cut the worktop, because I haven't got much worktop and I don't want to waste it. So yeah. Right, well, you're going to find out at the same time as me as whether it fits in or not. So let's have a go, see if we can slide it in. It's very solid. Feels absolutely brilliant. Right, here we go. Oh, there you go, look at that. Snug fit, which is ideal. It catches a bit on the back there, as you can see, but once the plastic runners are on there, that'll slide over the top of the tree. That's brilliant. Just need to put the front on now. I'm quite happy with that. That's really good. Excellent stuff. Right, let's stick the front on, shall we? Right, quickly show you what I've done. So the front, not screwed in yet, but I've put this little wafer, bit of wood, whatever you want to call it, in the bottom so it sits slightly off the floor. And that way in the future, whatever I decide to do with the floor, I can to fit it under the door basically. I mean, I can always take the front of the drawer off and then cut it short and all that sort of stuff. So I'm not too worried, but yeah, let's get it screwed in then, shall we? Thank you, Pete from Avalon 2 for another cup of coffee. You're a star. The man keeps me awake. Fabulous stuff. Cheers, Pete. Thank you. There you go, box with a handhold. As I say, it sticks on that. It's that ledge at the back that's just catching on it as I slide it in. But when I get my little plastic runners, it will glide over that, no problem at all. I'm quite happy with that. Just need to make the top now. Like I said, I was going to do a ply, excuse me, a thin ply top, 12mm, something like that. But when I put my worktop on top of it, it's going to show up underneath, isn't it? So I'm just going to make it out the worktop. Be careful, cut it, measure, cut, measure, cut, measure, cut. You know how it is. Depth wise, I should be fairly okay because of that. It's a bit of an overhang there, which is nice. So I'll try and get a bit of an overhang on the bottom just to cover the lid, just to cover this edge here. Okay guys, I think I'm done for the day. Right, that's it for me today. Have yourselves a great afternoon. It's about 4:30. It's just starting to get, not starting to get dark, but it's just starting to get dusky now. So light's fading, so I'm off home. Quick shower, something to eat. Might have half an hour's or an hour's nap and then go to work. So anyway, have a great night and I'll catch you tomorrow. Alright? See you in a minute. Right, I know I said I'd be here tomorrow, however the video is getting very long and I still have half the footage still recorded yet to show you. So I think I'm going to break it into two here and finish off. I may actually release a midweek video and show you the rest of this particular part, because I had planned on having all this as one hit, but we shall see. Anyway, so that is the end of the video for now. And like I said, there'll be a midweek version to finish this particular video off. I still haven't got the fire fitted in the boat as yet, but we're getting close. We're getting close. So hope you've enjoyed the video so far. And if you have, then please don't forget to give me a thumbs up or like the video. It'd be much appreciated. If you have anything to say, then please comment down below. Even if it's just to say, hi, I'm Fred Blogs, I live in the Amazon, or whatever, you know. I don't mind. Just any comments are great comments. And also, if you've got some criticism, drop it down below. I've got broad shoulders, I can take it. And if you're not subscribed, you know who you are. Okay, don't forget to subscribe. And also, if you want notifications every time I upload a video, then click the bell icon. Okay guys, hope you've had a great time. Hope I've not bored you too much so far. And see you midweek. Alright. See you, bye.